It's going to be an interesting game where we're going to punch each other. Have you been finding it now? Have you got used to it in the few games you've played? Joel, I think I've lost you.
Okay. That's okay. There we go.
Joel?
You still there?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, you're taking a Bloodbowl as a babe. Makes sense.
There we go. It's loading now. What's this team called that you're playing?
Khemri, or Tomb Kings. So, I have a few fast people, but my agility is agility 2-1 across the board, so they're not very good at doing anything such as passing or just generally picking up the ball. They are quite punchy.
Yeah.
In the respect I have kind of like what your Black Hawks are, except mine is strength 5.
Okay.
But all my skeletons are armor 7, so they're easier to injure.
Yeah. I bought a thrower the other day, another one, so hopefully that'll come in handy.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a second thrower after this, because my skeletons are all movement 5, apart from my blitzers and throwers that are movement 6, and the big guys are movement 4.
But it seems like every match I've had my thrower knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, he's most likely going to have the ball, so if anyone's going to get knocked out, because people are going to go after him because he's holding the ball. He's going to get blocks thrown against him. To be fair, watching the last game, you were a bit unlucky with that. Because I think you got injured and he fell over.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable, because armor 9, generally, you shouldn't lose players, but then again, this is online Blood Bowl, which is completely different.
Hang on, it says here connection with opponent was lost, trying to reconnect.
Oh, mine's still loading in.
Okay, there we go. Then it started.
I've had that a couple of times where it says there's an issue, but...
We are in for some great entertainment here, so I hope you're sitting comfortably.
Wow, good job I came. Plus you get a great view from up here.
Both teams have
I'm
the same
kicking
record,
to
so
you,
in
aren't I?
theory, we're in for a tight encounter.
Yeah.
What a nice day.
So
Perfect Blood Bowl
he's got
weather,
nothing.
Bob.
Yes, Jim, ideal weather for a game
He's
of
the big
Blood
guy.
Bowl. Though I'm not
He's
sure
got
it will
3.
end nicely for all the players.
I want to get my Black Hawk in a corner and my blitzers up in the line as well. But it might be better to keep them by the pass and it's going to get the back ball.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's an interesting one against me, because normally you'd either have all your big guys on the front line just to punch,
Yeah.
which is normally what happens because you've got loads of strength 4 guys. But with this, because my front line out punches you, mind you, saying that, I'm kicking to you, so you can try and find ways to punch me, I suppose. I'm just having left-handed problems here because the mic and the headset's set up for the left side. I'm trying to drink my cup of tea.
To prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
I threw the game away as well against... I say I threw it away against Owain. We drew 1 apiece. and I made a mistake. You know, I said on when we was chatting that I always rush through things.
Yeah.
I forgot to click the blitz button on one of my blitzers, making a block. And what I wanted to do was make the block and then move the blitzer up.
Yeah.
And I forgot to click the button, so he just made the block, which allowed him to then go and injure my
That's it. The ball's in
ball
play.
carrier
It's gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
on the 15th turn. So I couldn't score the touchdown to win 2-1. Saying that, he went for it twice and failed. Oh, you get to move your players all the square. I think you can.
Package has been
Huh.
delivered.
It's caught it.
I
Who needs a
believe yet
thrower?
to be shipped to the final recipient.
Sorry.
Who needs a thrower when your normal orcs can catch it?
That is my thrower.
Oh, it is a thrower. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Saying that, you got a critical success. You rolled a 6 for it.
Did you know that the Pescatits Blackhawks were the first Khemri
This
team
is the
that
strange
took to
thing
the
as well.
pitch
Normally,
against
orcs are out,
Oh, really, Bob? What woke them up?
but you're like the
the
passing
magical
team in this
energy
game.
from the Cablevision network.
I think I just want to protect my ball carrier.
Yeah, that is definitely what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I haven't got enough to get over there to really threaten him. I don't think.
Red dice means that the opponent's going to pick it, don't they?
Yes.
Don't it?
So your Black Orcs hitting my front line are going to be 2 dice against because you're strength 4 and I'm strength 5.
Okay.
And you see the way I've set up my team, the front line with the 2 guys directly behind. That's so. Because I realised in the first game I played. That's so basically if you try to put somebody on the corner and then bring somebody to the side and then try and hit me, you'd be getting +2. So you'd be strength 6. So you'd be getting 2 dice. What it stops is the guy at the behind is taking up a tackle zone then. So it stops you getting the +1 for that extra player.
Did you know that Underworld judges woke up a century prior to the other Khemri teams?
Ah, yes, Jim. Which explains why they are the worst Khemri team out there in the circuit today.
The worst indeed, Bob.
That's right, Jim. They had no one to practice with.
Like you though, I also have the issue of I still got me down. The issue with the big guys not having block.
Yeah.
He sent him down for a chat with the astrogranite.
Would it be worth blitzing your number 7 with my number 5?
Which one's that one?
Number 5 is the one in my side that's in the top right corner.
Oh yeah, Tokram.
Filter. Yeah. Would it be worth blitzing?
If you're gonna blitz, anyone, you're probably better blitzing the guy next to him on the corner. It'll be a 1 dice each, but that guy hasn't got block,
Oh yeah.
and he's only armor 7. You want to be hitting my skeletons, basically. Any of the basic skeletons, try and get them off the pitch.
It is 2 dice, but you pick.
If you go to the corner of him, so you move straight ahead and connect at the corner, there's no one else helping.
Mexicana City Chiefs.
So if you go one,
just to name a few good Khemri teams.
yes, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces straight
I am
up,
not convinced they have risen to their former glory. I think they
then
were
hit him.
better in the old days.
It must be hard to be a Blood Bowl player raised from a long, long sleep. But I have to say, I'm
Oh,
impressed
okay.
they remember the rules.
Apparently, not all
Oh,
of them
right.
remember the game so well, Bob.
what you need to do is you need to click the blitz button or click on the person, but that's where you need to go for the 1 dice block, because what it was doing was sending you right in front, wasn't it? And that basically what it was doing was allowing,
It's not letting me punch him.
yeah, 'cause it thinks you're just moving. When you get to do a blitz, you've got to click on the person you want to blitz.
Yeah, I've done it. It's not doing anything.
Before you make the move, I mean.
Okay.
It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not really going to do much over there anyway, so... And you never know, it might have helped.
Yeah.
So he's got up. Let's do some safe moves first. So we just want to go here. And we just want to go here. Bastet is going to come over here. And
Yesterday, I interviewed Ripper
You're gonna go there.
Boldrot, the Trolls super champion.
Interesting.
And I can tell you that he's as violent off the pitch as on it. He's skinned alive my colleague from Elf magazine.
What do you expect when you put an elf next to a troll? It's nothing personal, just an instinctive reaction.
do I go for the 1 dice block against the ball carrier? Don't know. Let's do some 2 dice blocks.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather
I
generously.
don't expect to get much punching.
That reminds me of when I took
Or,
Griff to bits
I
in
say
the
much
91
punching,
final
much of
against
breaking your
Lybara.
arm.
Oh yeah, you kneecapped him.
So it is just this. Blitz. Okay, so you can't see this, but I'm just going to explain what I'm doing. If you look at your ball carrier and you see the 3 guys in front, the one
Yeah.
on the far left, I'm clicking on him. I'm clicking on the square in between all of them, and then I'm clicking on the model before I do anything else.
Right.
And now you should see the little lightning symbol that's come up above his head.
Yeah.
That's when you
Yeah.
know you're blitzing.
Right.
Yeah, stuff it. Ah. Yeah.
According to the Spike magazine, Kemrian historians and psychiatrists make up a large chunk of the fan base for the Kemrian teams, Bob.
Yes, Jim.
I'm gonna leave him there 'cause I can't dodge
Amnesia
it.
psychiatrists are particularly fascinating with the walloped up scavengers because the only thing they remember are the basic rules of Blood Bowl.
Oh,
Sure
yeah.
hands it, picks
Do
it
you
up.
remember that interview we did with them once? The only thing they said was, "We must score touchdowns."
See, that Ugroth should really be able to hit anyone and 2 dice block them now.
Which one's that?
Your big black hawk at the back.
Yeah.
But it's up to you what you want to do. Whether you want to blitz with him or whether you...
Try and hit with him.
Which one would you try and hit? To be fair, you want to clear the guys up next to the ball carrier. So
Right.
you probably want to punch the blitzer and hope you knock him down, and then move up, I think, and then you could try and 2 dice with that sub hag against the one directly in front of him, because he'll have help from track.
Yeah.
So you stumble him.
I won't.
That right hook was worthy
That's
of a
it.
black
And then your
hawk.
sub hag should be able to get 2 dice.
It'll take a while to get over it.
You want to move him obviously away from the ball carrier. That's it.
Sometimes I think they were better off left.
So the one
buried
thing I
in
would have done, I didn't
sandbar.
realise you were going to pick it up straight away.
Yeah,
Then you
Bob,
could have got
have
your
you ever
tack track
actually
up
seen
and
a
moved
throw
down,
bar
but
throw a long bomb?
it's
No,
still a
Jim,
bit
but I
risky.
thought you didn't like the throwing game anyway.
Because I have a lot of players that are free to try and punch you. What you can do is get like the guy at the back, your other thrower, number 12.
Yeah, and put him in front.
Yeah, you could. Or if you wanted to do more punching, you can move him one up. So your blitzer Tok can punch my thrower, who's next to him. My number 1, your number 6. You have block, so you can press both down and I'll go down.
That was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
And then obviously you got your other guys to get up and... You got your blitzer over the side that you wanted to do the one dice split last time.
With my blitzer, do you reckon it'll be worth moving in front of my thrower who's got the ball? I'll have to go for it. Do you reckon it's worth it? Or do you reckon I should punch first?
I don't know, because you're in a bit of a difficult position. You could put him next to the ball
There
carrier
was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't
behind the
yet
Black
ruled on
Hawk, I
limiting wizard
guess,
assistance to teams.
and try and cage up. Because I have got one of my Tomb Guardians is free, which is not far from him, and then I've got my other blitzer free.
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around
I
the
hate
stadium.
I hate trying to give people advice against trying to play against me, because I feel if I give you some advice that is with good intentions, it turns out to be the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But I'll try and advise you as best as I can. Down I go.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
Down I go again. Knocked out.
Do you think you'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay
Okay.
down.
Sphinx can get up.
Yeah, I've been trying to practice doing it against the AI, but I've been playing with orcs against humans to try and figure out how to use orcs.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best way. The computer's generally predictable. Even if you put it on hard, they'll try and cage, and then they'll have somebody always runs up the pitch for whatever reason.
Now, orcs have always
Okay.
gone for power. And you have to realize that it was only recently that they discovered the purpose of the ball during a match.
Well, that's
Ooh.
one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's
Is it
gonna
knocked
need a
out?
good one.
Yeah. That makes things interesting.
Well, this could work out better actually.
So I'm gonna do is gonna punch these guys, or attempt to. Thing is, I've got to try and
Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
do something before your lineman or blitzer come across. I think you're a bit unlucky there, having a Black Hawk knocked out.
Should I blitz your skeleton with my blitzer that's in front of it?
Which one's your blitzer?
Number 7 is next to the ball carrier.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied
I'm trying
up
to think
by
of
their
where you,
fans and thrown
you
into
could,
rubbish
and then you could
containers.
just, even if you just get a push, and it allows you to get your thrower out, even if he is running backwards. It allows him to get out of that situation. Because then you won't have to dodge. I can't really see you punching your way through now you've lost the Black Hawk. I mean, the thing I'd probably do is I'd move your lineman and blitzer across the other side, across to the middle. Maybe one dice that, and then try and get your orc out and round and get him to throw the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
That's probably your best bet.
If I punched your throw with my blitzer, and then moved my other blitzer round, no, not my other blitzer, my other thrower round, and got my thrower out, and then passed it to him, or threw it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, so you'd hit. You got block.
Yeah.
And don't forget, children.
Oh, you injured him?
Try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
He regen though. Thank God for that. And then you'd probably want Bad Hor to hit Imhotep. Now I think that's a 1 dice block, regardless. But
Did you hear
again,
that
you're a
the Orchard
blitzer.
Raiders lost their last match against the Dancers?
As long as he goes down or gets pushed
You mean
away,
war dancers?
Yeah.
you're fine then, because you're fine. Because then your thrower can get out then.
Should I follow through?
I don't really know on that one.
Yeah, I'll do it because I'll be closer to.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
About there.
And then you can run your other guy round,
Yeah.
and then just cage up with the other two.
Well, if I, do you reckon I throw the ball to the other thrower?
I mean, if you can get to him to hand off without going for it, you either make the choice of going for it to hand off the ball or just throwing it to him. You're thrown on a 3-up anyway, rerollable.
Or up?
Yeah, but you get the +1 because it's close
Oh, yeah.
range, isn't it?
Right.
So it's 3-up rerollable and then a 3-up catch with a reroll.
The ball went
There you go.
straight into his hands.
Right.
And then you want to move your other 2 up
As you
to
say,
kind of
good
try and
job.
cover him off the other side.
There's only one I can move there.
You got Tokram over the side, haven't you? What was that then?
Down one of your guys.
Yep,
Ballsy.
upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and
I'd go
owner
for
of
the 2 over
Dublin
the other
Lowdown
side
Blacks
and get them to move up by your
In
thrower.
yesterday's Spike magazine,
yeah.
he said that Bloodbowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings.
Oh. Nah, he's interesting. Okay.
Let's try this. But this is where it's handy to have 2 throwers.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge. I don't know if we really like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Okay, let's see if I'm free him out. Yep.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts.
So we want redundancy. We want to go. No, we don't want blitz. We want to go here. And then you're gonna go.
We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
I mean, I can't really do much with that. To be fair, I can't really go and pick it up. Not now you've got rid of my thrower, the only one with sure hands. Sure, we're full.
What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle, Bob.
My hope is though that I can, that guy who just blitzed me, I can try and take him out with the two that are next to him and then pick it up with my other thrower.
This is the one good thing I have with Khemri, is that my big guys are very hard to shift because they're strength 5.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get a 1 dice.
Good recovery.
How did you pick that up?
Do you have to go for a second to get out there?
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they
What would
clearly
be
know
the
how to get
chances of
hurt.
that then with my blitzer? What's your armor?
They're armor 9. So you'd need to roll a flat 10, 11, 12 on your dice. You won't get any bonuses.
Every now
And
and again, Bloodbowl throws up a real mixed
Any
bag.
doubles, he gets sent
Like
off
the
and that's the end of your
Motley
turn.
Horde
So he's
is
probably
made
not
up of
best.
a bunch of misfits.
Yeah,
Not
can't
unless
be
you're
easy to
desperate. I
coach
mean,
those
you might be
cast-offs
lucky,
every day
but
of the week.
you never know. Yeah, I would have gone for that instead, the 2 dice block. Oh no.
Good job his nose got in the way.
Oh god.
Otherwise, he'd have got it full in the face.
I'm just getting punched left, right and centre. I mean, fair play. That's the move I would have made to try and dodge out, because otherwise I'd just push him off the pitch. With the sub hag.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stand.
Hey, I'm
That's
off to
unlucky.
get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
No way. A little elf. Yeah.
Okay.
Right into the trowel.
Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Cool. I don't get anything for that right there, which is unfortunate.
What's happened to him?
He's injured. But he's badly hurt, so there's no long term effect. He'll be back for next game. I don't know what to do. I think you need to go here. And you need to go. No, you can't go there. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go there, I think. It's the best I can do.
Did you know that underworld judges woke up a century prior to the other Khemri teams?
Ah, yes, Jim. Which explains why they are the worst Khemri team out there in the circuit today.
The worst indeed, Paul.
That's right, Jim. They had no one to practice with.
Gotta kill him.
He's dead.
The morgue will be doing
Yeah.
overtime after this
Just
match.
fought
Not
him.
the city watch, though. It'll be the usual.
He was obviously not long for this world.
Yes, if the opposition hadn't got him, the
That was,
fans would.
I think the game's telling you something about having 2 throwers. I might not bother with mine.
You will pay for it.
I probably will. You're not wrong there.
You just cost me more points.
This is the thing with my big guys. If you ever break their armour
Yeah.
and they get injury, you roll twice and apply both injury results, so they've got a very good chance of dying.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with.
Sure.
What do you think the chances of my thrower getting that ball is?
Where
Moving
is your
forward one and diagonal.
Where is he?
It's right next to.
So he's making a 5-up dodge
Yeah.
into a 5-up dodge with a 5-up pick with a reroll. Not very likely at all.
What about if I picked you up with my blitzer?
Still going to be a 5-up dodge with a 5-up pickup. You need to try and clear some of that. And now I've got 2 big guys over there. I don't really know how you're going to do that.
Isn't it written into the game?
You have got 2 extra guys on the outside that may help you get 2 dice blocks by moving them next to players. But it's the big guys that you're going to struggle with. Mind you, saying that, if you punch those 2 skeletons and injure them or knock them out, then, or even stun them, they're out for a turn, they're not going to do anything. I mean, the other option that's tempting there is you can hit my skeleton head on, so you're
With my blitzer.
the one that's at the edge of the pitch, so you'd get your number 10 lineman and go to the side of him, so you're pushing him directly off the pitch. It's a risk 'cause it's a 1 dice block, but it gets him
What
off
was
the
that?
pitch. We'll get him off the pitch, so I've got one less player to deal with. Or you'll have one less player to deal with, but it's up to you. I mean, you can either do that or you want to move him next to one of my skeletons to punch the skeleton. That's the one thing I fell foul of this as well. When you click the blitz, sometimes it'll try and take you through tackle zones that it takes you the most direct route. You know how I said to like click next to them, click next to them and then click the model you want to hit, and you can take the route you want. It's one thing I've done loads of times where I've had to dodge like an agility 1 guy out. I don't know what to do here because I'm not going to be able to pick the ball up. I'll just push him, sure. Let's just hit him again. I'll just push him again then. You can get up. Yes.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face.
I'll just keep them there. It's 2 dice blocks, so I will punch the thrower. I will reroll that.
and sidekick to the
Just a
face.
straight forward.
Let's see that again in slow motion. Oh, has this player got two left hands?
Just
Or what?
catch failed, catch failed, catch failed.
Might be a little bit easy.
That's probably helped with the pick. I rolled a 1 to pick it up,
According to the
then a
Spike
1.
magazine, Cambrian historians and
Five.
psychiatrists make up a large chunk
God,
of
he
the
stood
fan
himself.
base for the Cambrian teams, Bob.
Yes, Jim. Apparently, amnesia psychiatrists are particularly fascinating with the well-equipped scavengers
So I
because the
think
only thing they remember are the basic rules of Blood Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that interview we did with them once? The only thing they said was, "We must score touchdowns."
I'll just be a second.
I mean, is it even worth it picking up the ball? 1, 2, 3,
Back.
and then 4, 5, 6. Go for it, go for it. Oh, I suppose so. Let's go for it. Why not?
They can start to move forward.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to go for it. And 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will.
The first quality required of an orc is to be able to hit hard and, if possible, not to think. The latter is considered a nasty flaw.
Go for it again, sure. You can go here. You can go here. You can stand in the middle there, just in case. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blitz this guy. Yeah, we'll just push her. This is been a brutal game so far. I mean, you're down to 3, 4, 5, 6. You're down to 7 players, and I'm down to 8. Oh god, it's mental.
Looks like you have to get out the tackle side, don't
Yeah, he was in you know, the two. He was the Tomb Guardians. I was going to call him obvious.
Bloodbowl is reputedly
So
the
he's jumping out of
toughest
them,
all
but
sports.
he was jumping into
so
2
they say,
tackle
but
zones,
it
so
really
if
only
he's
comes
needed
down
a
to
natural
taking a few
6, because
hits.
his agility is 2, which is a 5 up. He gets +1 for dodging out, I think it is. Is he?
I
Yes.
need to get
Yeah.
I need to get the rule book for the game so that I can see what the agility is.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't tell you, which is really bizarre. You really should.
Or if there's someone that's never played the tabletop game.
The tabletop game is better, in my opinion, because you're rolling your own dice.
Yeah. Yeah, when all this is over, I think I'm gonna get a team.
Oh, you should definitely get a team.
Yeah.
Ouch!
Oh, he's just
I
starting
think
to
young
be
viewers
back.
should close their eyes. This violence is barely acceptable.
Nonsense, Jim. It builds character.
Just for explanation, because I don't know. If you know, when you push somebody off the pitch, you just roll for an injury. You don't break arm or anything. The arm is already broken. So you just roll the 2 dice for injuries.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you know. When you block somebody, you roll to break their armor. If you beat their armor, you roll 2 dice for the injury. 1 to 7's a stumble. Not stumble. Stunned. If they're stunned, it basically means they're not usable next turn for your opponent. They have to wait a turn for then get them back up. 8 and 9's knocked out.
Corruption so widespread that the
10, 11,
referees
12's
guild has
injury,
set up
and that's when you
rules
roll the injury
concerning
table to see whether
where,
they
when,
miss
and
next
how one
game,
can
just out
accept
for this
a
game,
block.
dead.
Under an agreement signed
Minus
last
one
season,
movement, all that
clubs
kind of stuff.
are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
So being armor 9, you really shouldn't be losing a lot of people. I mean, obviously I've done a lot of blocks, but I've caused more knockouts to you than I have with teams that are lower armor. No, I don't think there's a lot you can do to stop.
This is a pretty sad sight to see from there.
The one thing I'd always say is first turn, if you're not planning to do anything with your players, get them up and move them. If you're not going to blitz with them. So you may want to do a 1 dice blitz with that Black Orc next to the other Black Orc who's on the floor. So you may want to leave him on the floor until... Okay, you got the push. Well, I was going to say you may want to leave him on the floor until you got your other guys up. Because you got 3 other guys. Now, what you might want to do, mind you, it's hard to... You may want to just keep him away if you can. I mean, that's a good move actually. Because then you're 2 dice against him. I don't think I can reach him. Not now anyway. I don't think. No, because my other guys are moving 5. Well, I'm not going to do any punching anyway. I'm just going to score.
Did you know that the Pesca
I have to reroll this, not worth
were
it.
the first Kenry team that took to the pitch again, Jim?
I had a reroll, I was tempted to just throw blocks. But I was like, I don't want to tempt anything. That's 3 star player points for him to score.
What the? The first half is over already.
It can't be.
Yup, they're heading back to the changing
Now,
rooms.
now we got to
Well,
see
see you in a few minutes, boys.
who got up. One of mine got up. And one of yours got up.
Those fans have used the halftime pause to tank up on troll juice to rebuild their arsenal of rocks.
Ah, good. So, now the match can be...
Okay. My blitz is out. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay. So I suppose you want to go there.
I have not forgotten about the drone this time.
You've not forgotten what? Sorry.
That my throw is dead.
No, never forget that. Oh, what am I doing? Why have I left them there? Oh. Over to you to kick the ball.
Here we go again for another bloodbath.
Another quick snap.
A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages
So,
were less frequent
get
in
there.
Bloodbowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent.
Okay, so where do we start? I think we start here and see what happens.
Ouch! his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim. That's never a nice sight.
Okay. I don't really want to go near him. So... Sure, we'll follow him. Okay. Robin Tombs, you can come round here, I think.
The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
Yeah, except you can stay there. Let's see where you... Oh, you really push him. Yeah, sure.
Three dice. Block. Or 2 dice.
What?
All mine will be 2
Right
dice
on the spot.
for the most
He'll have a
part.
bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
That's one regulation clobbering.
So I've done everything else first because it's very unlikely this thrower is going to pick up the ball. If he does, it'd be great, but can't see it happening.
He's got the ball!
He had to use sure hands, but he got it. Go, shake, rattle and throw. Stay there for the moment, I think. Scroll up. Not gonna lie, that was a good turn for me.
Wizards have
I
not
managed to pick up the
always
ball.
been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion league, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball,
Let's have some
followed by the
sweeties.
characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
That's unlucky. Oh, that's double unlucky. Is that 2 dice against?
Well, it is a violent
I mean,
sport.
at least it stops him from being knocked off the pitch, I suppose. Okay. Push him there. Yeah, we'll follow.
Nihikara City Chiefs, Neterketet Bagar Bandits, just to name a few good Khemri teams. What's your thought on their performances?
Well, Bob, I am not convinced they have risen to their former glory. I think they were better in the old days.
It must be hard to be a Blood Bowl player raised from a long, long sleep, but I have to say I'm impressed they remember the rules.
Apparently, not all of them remember the game so well, Bob.
Okay, let's punch this guy.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal. poetry in motion.
We'll all
What
put this
we'd
guy.
like to see
More often.
He's so slow. Why not? From there.
that face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned on it. It won't do him any harm
I
in
was
the
going to say, I was wondering what was going on then. You wouldn't let me click anything. I mean,
Sometimes I think they were better off left buried in the sand, Bob.
there's a lot of guys you can get up. I don't know.
Have you ever actually
you
seen
could
a throw a long bomb?
No, Jim, but I thought you didn't like the
you could get
throwing
your
game
Black
anyway,
Hawk
huh?
number 9 Ugroth eat spleen. He could blitz Robin Toombs, I suppose, to get him a bit closer to the ball. But he will just get punched by one of the big guys again. Same with as a Gouge Hearts over the other side, who won't really help you try and get the ball, but you'll be able to punch the skeleton. Joel? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you'd gone there for a second.
Because I don't think that there's a way that I can stop you scoring.
I think if it wasn't for the fact you lost the big guy early on, I'd have had difficulty stopping you. Especially when you got out and you handed the ball off. Or threw the ball.
Did you hear about
I
the
mean,
Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the
you
mix of
could
evil players?
Their fans were
do a
the
one
most
dice
evil
blocks.
supporters of the
Yeah,
year
one
award.
dice block with
Fully merited from what I've seen.
Tokram, you blitzer number 5, because he hasn't got up as he was already standing, wasn't he? The one at the back.
He can't do anything.
Oh, okay.
I think
You wouldn't have been able to reach. Okay.
I'm going to play it.
Oh, what was that? For some reason I thought Tokrak was already standing up, because what you'd have to do is a risky dodge, then dodge round to my thrower. I mean, I'm going to move him first because that's the safest thing to do.
Good for the defense.
He's going to go there.
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
Double 6.
I think he's singing him a lullaby.
Okay, we'll punch him. Oh. Don't like that. Oh yeah.
We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them. Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
One thing I have done is I've left my one guy just realised undefended against your Black Hawk is still standing up. So he's going to get punched this turn. Stunned him.
Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
Trying to dodge out and get round to blitz. I'll just push him.
Bloodbowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
Blitz him out.
But it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
Push him. And I'm not gonna fart about.
I'm going to get snacks.
Yeah, one of you guys got back up again. Is that the Black Hawk that keeps getting up? Certainly don't want you guys on the line. I certainly don't want you guys on the line. That's the one thing we can do as well with the board game. Because this is a time thing, we can actually sit down and go through it more with you.
3, 2,
In the box game,
one,
in the rules,
let's stop.
there's like a drills thing which just tells you to do certain things, like keep throwing to the different distances until you've done it, just rolling the dice, so you get used to those things. Ooh, team rerolls. That's a touchback, so you can give it to whoever.
And will this person catch it?
They just have it, yeah. They don't have to catch it. They just get it.
The first quality required of an orc is to be able to hit hard, and if possible, not to think. The latter is considered a nasty flaw.
So you got Groth. You want? I was going to say, yeah. You want it to follow up and get in the tackle zones. Additionally, Armor can't get across, even though he's strength 5. He can't actually get to your guys. With your Black Hawks on the front line, if you do... Oh, you can't do one dice blocks, is there? Okay. If you wanted to do one dice blocks with your Black Hawks, try and knock my guys down, which is risky, obviously, because the one dice blocks. You'd move Tok next to your
are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with
Black Hawk.
crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping,
You give it a
and
one dice
bribery
block.
on the
Obviously,
rise,
then
the
once you
problem
punch
won't be
one
going
back,
away.
you don't follow up. So it gives you the Black Hawk a one dice block, and you just go down the line doing that. So you push him, don't follow up. And then your other guy gets the chance of doing one dice block if you wanted to. Down we go. I mean, you are against it because you got a lot less
If your
players.
skeleton tried to get my thrower, you'd have to come through tackle zones, wouldn't you?
I can't get to your thrower.
Okay.
Well, I could throw a 1 dice block, but I could be pushing you further down the pitch. And also I'll be standing next to you, Black Hawk, which is inevitable, I think. Sometimes
Corruption so
push
widespread
is
that the
good
referees
enough.
guild has set up rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season,
So I'm going to do is
clubs
going to
are
move
not
him there
allowed
just
to
so he's
offer
in a
less
tackle
than
zone.
the
I mean,
going rate.
you can punch him, but and then I'm going to blitz this guy and knock him down.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts.
And then I'm going to go there. Ballsy move, but paid off.
Would you push him diagonally to the left, or
I'd push him
just to the
inwards,
left?
so next to the others. I'd push him because you want to run past
This
him now,
player
don't you?
has opened the slapping box
But what you want to
and
do
gives
before
rather
that
generously.
is your Black Hawk wants to punch the skeleton that's in your tackle zone and the guy with the ball. So you knock him back.
Now,
You don't
orcs
necessarily
have
need to
always gone
follow
for
up if you
power
don't want to,
And you have to realize that it was only
because
recently
you're
that they
keeping in the
discovered
tackle
the
zones with
purpose
the
of
other two
ball
guys,
during a match.
and then you can run your ball carrier. The only thing is, I've got my throw. You probably don't want to keep him on the edge of the pitch.
I've got no choice. We can't move any further really once he goes for it.
I mean, you got the reroll and it's 2. The other thing I do with Tok Ram is I would tie up. I'd try and tie up my catcher and Tomb Guardian.
How do I do that?
You'd move him forward 1, diagonally 1.
Diagonally to the left or right?
It'd be your right. But wait a minute, before you move him, where can he go? Can he go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, if you wanted to, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go for it, go for it. You can't quite get there.
Did you know that the Pescatit Blackhawks were the first Henry team that took to the pitch again, Jim?
Oh, really, Bob? What woke them up?
It was the magical energy from the Cattle Vision Network.
Next to your Tomb Guardian.
Well, the issue you've got is my blitzer next to my Tomb Guardian can reach your thrower as well as my thrower, which makes it a 2 dice block, and my skeleton. But as he's trying to think he is. it's whether you want to ignore them. Mind you, then I start beating up your Black Hawk. It's a tough one because you haven't got that many players. You can either move them into the tackle zones, or you can try and move them down the side and go for it to try and get him near your thrower. What's that? Nice. Yeah, I've got Tok 3 now, so he could run around, tie up both of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you move Tokram and Tok into those tackle zones.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective.
Tok's the one next to you, Black Hawks.
Against a stadium full of supporters.
True, could be a bit
I'd
one-sided.
have moved. Oh. Okay. You've got your chance to throw your. Oh.
Sure, he's knocked them senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with. Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
No way. A little elf. Yeah.
You have a reroll, so you basically all you want is a push, and you push him diagonally inwards so you can run down the side and score.
In a game as physical as this,
Oh,
the player is
badly
really
hurt.
in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
No, he'll well, he'll miss the rest of this game, but he'll be back for the other game, or any of the other games. And then it will cause so much injuries. So the one thing you've got to do really is blitz. So you want to click the blitz button when you select your throw with the ball. You want to click the blitz button to the side, so you got the lightning bolt above his head. You want to click my thrower. So all you want to do is you want to push him diagonally in the pitch, so you can run down the outside. If you knock him down, it's a bonus. But you got your reroll. So you knock him down, it's a bonus. So you can follow up with the knockdown, because I'm not going to be in your tackle zone.
That the Orchard Raiders lost their last match against the
Yeah,
Dancers?
because I'll go down. If it's just a push, you never follow. Oh, you've injured him.
That base job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
Oh, he's lost the point in movement allowance. Oh man. And now you just carry on running into the touchdown zone.
There's some pitching pitch. They think it's all over. It's a touchdown. Match is not finished. They can get back in the game.
Oh, you knocked out, guys. Got back. Alright, for you to set up. Okay.
I'm kicking outside.
Yes, you're kicking to me. But I haven't got a sure hands guy to come pick the ball up. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, Sobek's back, so he can come over here. Suppose he can attempt to pick up the ball. Go over there. So up to kick. It's up to you to kick.
The ball's in play.
Let's see if we get another. I don't know. Brilliant coaching again. We get another free ball.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on cable vision.
Pretty much my goal now is to just knock out as many of your guys as I can.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Oh, he's a push. Okay.
Well, at least it wasn't my good thrower that died.
Yeah, I mean my throwers are just about to level up, and now he's lost a point in movement, so he's movement 5, which makes him really bad.
My thrower's about to level up. He's at 5 out of 6.
Looks like
He
there was
misses
some
next
bad
game as well,
blood
which is
between
really
those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
What do I want to do here? I think I'm just going to move into this.
If I can get their game going again.
He's got it.
Sometimes I think they were better off left buried in the sand, Bob.
Really, Jim?
Yeah, Bob. Have you ever actually seen a throw a long bomb?
No, Jim, but I thought you didn't like the throwing game anyway, huh?
They were pretty close to much. Then a lot of people hit and injuries.
Yeah. I don't think I can even score. That's how slow my team is. It's been a really brutal match. I mean, you've had one dead, 2 injuries, which is horrifying. I've had the same guy injured twice. The one time he regenerated, and the second time he got really hurt. I might have to sack him.
And you sack players.
Yeah. You don't get anything for it, you just lose the player. But some people do it if like they get a niggling injury or if their player like loses a point in strength. So they become like strength 2. It's not worth them being on the pitch because they're just a detriment to your team.
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
You can't score though, can
According
you?
to the Spike
No.
magazine,
Background.
Kemrian historians and
No, I can't score.
psychiatrists make up a large chunk of the fan base for the Kemrian teams, Bob.
From one
Yes,
space
Jim.
away
Apparently,
from
amnesia
being able to score.
psychiatrists are particularly fascinating with the walloped up scavengers because the only thing they remember are the basic rules of Blood Bowl.
Ha! Oh, yeah. Do you remember remember that interview we did with them once? The only thing they said was,
We must score touchdowns.
I would attempt the throw for the sake
Upside
of
down,
it.
that's one way to look at things.
he sent him down for a chat with the astrogranite. This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow!
As soon as he throws his first punch,
We know the opponent will be out
Yeah, this
for
is gonna
lunch.
fail.
Great pass and catch.
he didn't
the-
tremble.
What's going on there?
Spreading the ball around.
Oh, that's just irritating.
He can't score though, can he?
No.
Today's
No, there's no
insight
way I
comes
could
from
score.
Heinrich Schnibel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's
He needs to
Spike
be a couple of
magazine, he
spaces
said
up.
that
And this
Bloodbowl
this
was
guy
like
I've just
war.
moved up next
No
to your
winners, just survivors.
blitzer at the back.
That's deep. That's
He
deep
needs
as
to be
team's
there.
Position in the rankings. Incoming.
Well, it is
I mean,
a
I've caused
violent
a
sport.
couple of injuries. I've scored 2 touchdowns.
That was really close.
So,
But they grabbed
can't
victory.
comment that.
The other team is disgusted. Some are
He
even
caused a couple of
crying on the
injuries.
field.
I mean, even if they regen, you still get them.
Time flies when you watch a match like this.
Too
For
true.
all the 1-4
Hardly had
wins,
time to
I
catch a
will
breath.
re-roll that.
That's why it got such a high mark. Okay, so they're bigger and stronger than the opposition, but where did that get them?
Nowhere. But do you think they'll learn?
Learning implies neurons.
When do you get your earnings?